Good morning, Year 3. Welcome to Monday's lesson. So let's have a start at recapping some column multiplication. So I'd like you to pause the video and have a go at answering these 4 questions. Okay, let's have a look then. How are we going to answer them? So we know we're going to start, I'm going to label it as tens and ones. Okay, I'm going to start with the ones column. And we are multiplying, so I'm going to do 4 times 4. Okay, so 4, 8, 12, 16. I can't put both digits underneath, so I'm going to put a 6 and carry the 1 over, so the 16 is still there, the 110. Then I'm going to do 4 times 2, okay, nice and easy, 4, 8, or you could do it in your 2's first, either way. So I've got 8, but I need to add this one as well, so that is 96. 22 times 5, so 5 times 2 is 10, so the 0 goes in the ones column, the 10 goes over to tens. We've got 2 times 5 again, going this way, but this time I need to add the 1, so it is 11. Okay, our next one, 8 times 5, so you can either do that as 5 times 8 or 8 times 5, you can decide. Okay, so you're very good at counting in your 5, so we'll just check it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, so I'm going to put the 0 of the 40 into the ones column and the 4 underneath the tens. You can write it up here, it doesn't matter as long as it's in that tens column. Then we've got 5 times 1, which is 5. Add the 4 that is here, which gives us 90. And then our last one, 6 times 3. So you could do it as 3 times 6 or 6 times 3. It will get you the same answer. Okay. So we're going to put the 8 under here and the 1 from the 18 into this column. 3 times 2 is 6. Add the 1 is 7. Okay. So well done if you managed to get all of those. Okay, so this week we are going to be continuing with length, and today we are going to be comparing lengths. So you need to know how many centimetres are in 1 metre, how many millimetres are in 1 centimetre, find equivalent lengths and be able to use our more than, less than and equals to symbols, our crocodiles, which are here, okay, which you have done with money, you've done it with place value, you've used it lots of times, so I know you can use those symbols really well. Okay, have a go at these 3 questions. Order the measurements from shortest to longest. Okay, making sure you are doing it in that order, so shortest to longest. Complete the statements and then tell me what is equivalent to 85 millimetres. So pause the video and answer those questions for me. Okay, so ordering them. So we've got metres, millimetres and centimetres, but so 5 of each. So we need to order them from shortest. We know our smallest unit of measure is millimetres, then centimetres, then metres. So well done if you got it. And you do need to start with that 5 millimetres because it did say shortest first. So it is important you do what it says on the question. Complete the statements. There are blank millimetres in 1 centimetre. And you should know by now, hopefully, it is 10 millimetres, and there are blank centimetres in 1 metre. Can you remember what it was? Well done if you said 100. Okay, 85 millimetres is how many centimetres and how many millimetres? So it's 8 centimetres, okay, for our 8 tens here, and 5 millimetres. Okay, I want you to have a look at each of these 4 sets. So we've got 4 pairs. Which is the longest measurement in each pair? So the important word there is our longest. Okay, so which one in set 1, 2, 3 and 4? So pause, have a look and see. Come back when you're ready. Okay, so let's look at then at our first set. So remembering that 10 millimetres is 1 centimetre. And 100 centimetres is 1 metre to help us. So 1 metre we can change it across and we can see that 100, okay, so we converted them both to centimetres here, 1 metre to 100 centimetres, 100 millimetres is only 10 centimetres, so 1 metre, sorry, is our biggest value. Okay, so even though this one has 100 and this is only 1, our unit of measure makes a big difference here. Okay, So have a look at the others and just check that you're happy with them and then press play when you're ready. Okay, let's look at our next one then. So converting it into centimetres again, so they're both in centimetres. So 1 metre and 3 centimetres becomes 103 centimetres. So 130 is our biggest value in that one, our longest value. Our next question down here. Okay, so 2 metres is 200 centimetres, and that is our longest one. So then we've got 20 centimetres and 250 millimetres. Remember, they're different units of measure now, so don't just go on this as a bigger number. We need to convert them to the same unit. Okay, so in this case, it is still the biggest value, but it's really important you're looking at that unit of measure because it makes such a big difference to the size. True or false? The yellow pencil is longer than the blue pencil. Have a look at it carefully. You can pause it if you want to. What do you think? True or false? Let's have a look, because it's quite hard to tell because they're not lined up. And if we think back to our measuring from last week, we know that it's really important to start measuring at that same point on the 0 on the ruler. So if they're at different points, it's very hard to compare them, isn't it? So let's shift our yellow one so they're in line. Okay. And we can see that actually it is false because they're exactly the same length. Okay, we have 2 dinosaurs here. There's a Stegosaurus and a T-Rex. I'm very sorry if I've got those wrong. Not very good with my dinosaur names. Okay, but we're going to call it a Stegosaurus and a T-Rex for now. Okay, I want you to have a look at them. And can you see what you notice? So can you tell me how long each of the dinosaurs are? And can you tell me which one is longest? So have a think, pause the video, and you can press play when you're ready. Right, let's have a look at our Stegosaurus to start with. This one is nice and easy to measure because it starts on the 0 and it goes all the way up to the 8. So it's easy to see that it is 8 centimetres long. Our T-Rex is a bit trickier. It's not starting on 0, so we need to look at our number at the beginning and the end of the length of the dinosaur and work it out from there. Okay, so this is now our 0. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimetres long. The Stegosaurus is longer than the T-Rex. Can you work out how much longer? So if you did the 8 take away 5, okay, it'd be 3 centimetres longer, wouldn't it? And the T-Rex is shorter than the Stegosaurus, so we're starting to compare them. What about these two then? So we're doing height rather than length here. So again, what do you notice? Okay, so our one on this side is 11 centimetres tall. But what about our T-Rex? How tall is he? So it's easier to see which one is tallest and compare them that way, but how tall is the T-Rex? He goes from 0 this time, making it a bit easier. So he's 5 centimetres tall. Okay, so one is taller and this one is shorter. So it's using that language to compare them. Bigger, smaller, short, taller, shorter, those kind of words. Okay, I want you to have a go at using our more than and less than and equal to symbols to complete these statements. Okay, so have a think, pause the video and press play when you think you've got the 3 answers. Right, let's get a ruler to help us, okay, because this is a really easy way of doing it. You can convert them or we can look at it on a ruler and look at them really clearly. So 10 centimetres is up here, whereas 10 millimetres is down the bottom there. So we can see straight away that we need to say 10 centimetres is greater than 10 millimetres. Let's look at our second one then, 20 millimetres and 2 centimetres. So 20 millimetres and 2 centimetres are coming up on the same part here, so they are equal. So 20 millimetres is equal to 2 centimetres. Right, our last one, we've got to do a couple of things to do this, okay? So we need to add our 50 and our 20 together, okay, which gives us 70 millimetres, and then 10 centimetres is up here. So which one is greater? Good, well done. So 70 millimetres is less than 10 centimetres. Okay. Right, have a look at this one then. Add the measurements to complete the comparison. So what is missing on these? So we've got the symbol in the middle this time, but I want you to put something on this side. So it could be more than one answer, okay? Especially with the more than or less than, but just give it a go. Right, the first one, it's equal to. So there is only one possible answer for this, okay? So it is 100 centimetres is equal to 1 metre. And then how many centimetres is less than 1 metre? Okay, so you could have anything below 99 centimetres on that one. Okay, so if your answer's not there, don't worry, for anything from 0 up to 99 centimetres would be correct. So this side we've got something centimetres is greater than 1 metre. Okay, so this, anything over 101 would be right. Okay, because we know 100 centimetres is 1 metre, so, and it's saying it's greater, so anything higher than 101 and you are correct. Okay, so we've got our 3 dinosaurs again here, and they are in height order. So how tall could the Stegosaurus be? We know that the toy one over here is 11 centimetres, okay, and our T-Rex is 5 centimetres, and the Stegosaurus is in the middle, so what could its height be? Okay, so if we put it into our comparison using our symbols, okay, so 11 centimetres is greater than whatever's in the middle, but the middle one is greater than the 5 centimetres on the end. So what could it be? Okay, so that you could have had any of these. 10, 9, 8, 7 or 6 centimetres would have been correct. Well done if you spotted it. Okay, let's have a look at this one then. A red block is twice the height of a blue block. So on here we can see that a red block is 6 centimetres high and 2 of those blue blocks make up or are equal to a red block. Okay, so we can work out how big the blue blocks are from that. So Dexter's going to build a tower, and this is what he uses. So red, blue, blue, blue. Can you work out how high his tower is? Okay, so add up those different ones. So we've got 6 centimetres. If 2 of the blues are equivalent to that, we can see they're 3 centimetres each. Okay, so what is the height? You could pause it and work it out if you need to. Okay, so we have 6, add 3, add 3, add 3 is 15 centimetres. Fred makes a tower using 4 blue blocks. Is it taller or shorter than Dexter's? So pause the video, have a go at working that out. Okay, let's have a look. So if he's using, we'll go to blue as he's using blue bricks. So he's using 4 blue blocks. Okay, I'm not going to draw them on here because it's a bit tricky to draw, but we can use our maths knowledge to help us. So we've got 4 bricks and they are 3 centimetres each. Okay, so we could do 4 times 3. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 12. So 12 centimetres high. So is Fred's tower taller or shorter than Dexter's? Okay, so Dexter's is 15 centimetres, Fred's is 12, so his is shorter. Okay, so your task today, you're going to be looking at comparing those different lengths and making sure you are using your more than and less than symbols nice and accurately and drawing them neater than I just did on there. Okay, so your quiz will be up and you will be absolutely fine. I know you'll be able to do this. Okay, so enjoy your lesson and I'll see you all tomorrow.